Welcome to We Fixed Real Estate with Fred Glick.
Hey, that's me. Guys, I did an interview with our broker in Texas. Yes, we are now in Texas. We're going to concentrate mostly in Dallas, but we can service people throughout the state. Yeah, some exciting stuff going on. Now let's listen to Texas. Hi, everybody. This is Fred Glick, the CEO of Arrivva. And along with me is our newest Texas broker, Hallie Waller. Say hi, Hallie.
That's me, Hallie Waller.
There you go. Easy enough. So we are licensed now in the state of Texas for real estate and mortgages, taking our stuff that we've been doing in California and been really successful with and kind of pushing it into Texas as a new thing. We are a full service company, and the difference is we have a fixed fee of $9,750 as of today. And it's been that for a while anyway. And you get the rest of any buyer broker fee. Now, buyer broker fees are an interesting thing because there's companies out there still charging a minimum of 2.5% or 3% of the sale price. There's other companies who are seeing all these Justice Department and the lawsuits that are coming down. Maybe they're changing. But we're way ahead of the curve. Basically nobody's doing what we're doing, and it's been great in California. Most of our clients are in the tech world and they love it. They get it, and go to our reviews on Zillow or Google and you'll see what we're talking about. But let's get down to a little more about Texas. Let's start with Hallie and go. Tell us about yourself, your real estate experience, what you bring and all that stuff.
Sure. Well, my real estate experience started in 2003. I moved to Dallas, Texas, and I called that home in that DFW area for about 20 years. Got licensed shortly after in 2004, I believe, and quickly became a broker a couple of years, maybe 4 years later. So I've got lots of experience starting out in foreclosures. So that was a very fast-paced environment. We had a lot.
So you were around 2008, 2009 and all that crazy. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was, we were busy. So that was a lot of experience real quick. And so that's been extremely beneficial for me in my career.
And so you've been doing sales and listings and all that since then and kind of get it. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Super. So I wanted to kind of run down the difference we have compared to other agents. First of all, we are not members of the National Association of Realtors. What does that mean to you? It means that we're not involved in any lawsuits that have to take our time away. We don't have the Justice Department bearing down our throats to look at our process, because our process works. We fully disclose up front $97.50 for the buyer broker fee. Go to your other Coldwell Bankers and Compass and all those sites and everybody you think that you might use, and just first of all, look to see what they charge. They won't tell you. It's like the big secret. It's been like, oh, everybody charges the same. So, but that's called price fixing. So we're a fixed price as opposed to price fixing. I like that.
I do too.
Okay, so here's some other differences. The realtors have their own certain forms, not state issued forms. We can get all the agreements and all that. It's easy because the state actually issues the forms, but they have their own buyer broker contract that they want you to use. Here's the problem with their buyer broker contract. It's exclusive. Meaning, think about it this way. You go into a room with strangers and you walk up to someone and it ends up you have to marry them as opposed to dating them. That's what's having an exclusive agency agreement with a buyer is like. You're stuck with this person. Yeah, I'm sure there's ways that are a pain to get out of it and you have to prove that they did things wrong or something like that. We're non-exclusive. And what does that mean? That means you can see a house with us. You can see a house with another agent. We don't care. But this way, if we don't get along or we're not meeting your needs or you're not able to get approved for a mortgage or whatever, situation is, yeah, we say thanks very much and see you later and best of luck. So you don't have that flexibility with using a realtor there. The second thing that's a big deviation is we don't do what's called dual agency. We'll never list the house and have Hallie represent you as the seller and then represent a buyer. It's like a lawyer. It's like having one lawyer to defend yourself and prosecute yourself. It's just ridiculous. So again, that's some old school stuff. Communications wise, we work off of Slack. If you know Microsoft Teams, Slack, even WhatsApp, messaging, it's really easy in Slack. We save all the documents in there. It's there forever. It's backed up every day. So we have everything. And it's just an easy way to just say, hey, what do you think of this house? Or, here's a Redfin link to this house. And then we go get disclosures. We find out about the properties and things like that. Then of course there's our rebate, and the rebate's monstrous. Have you seen anybody doing rebates like we're doing in Texas?
Not like we're doing. No. I mean, if it's a friend, family, something like that, you'll see a rebate. But it's normally
not advertised in the public.
Mhm.
Yeah. Pretty much everybody's on the 2.5% train.
Or 3.
Or 3. Yeah. Depending on the price. And the other thing we're going to be able to offer, and this is on the mortgage side, is our mortgage rates. If you're under the Fannie Mae maximum mortgage amount, which nationally is, I haven't memorized it yet, $766,550. We're extremely super competitive because the way mortgages are priced, let me get that right. Everybody basically has the same lenders, the same wholesale cost, and they just add on to that. So most of them are going to add 1.5% to 2% of the loan amount. We, as a fixed price lender, are going to add our fixed price of $47.50 for mortgages. Now, that's not anything you pay. It's just the way that the rate gets determined because the lender pays us. That's how you're able to get 0 points and no cost rates. But we're getting fully underwritten pre-approvals in a day or two, depending on how busy they are. So we get you super prepared. But the other thing we're going to have is a cash buyer program, which once you get that fully underwritten pre-approval, we'll be able to take that to another lender that we have who literally will close for you in 7 to 10 business days, not do an appraisal, charge you like about a 1% fee, and they'll close. But here's the big thing. Their approval says if you don't close, they will close and buy the property anyway. So it's a guarantee. So we're going to make you into a buyer that nobody else is going to even know how to do. So you're going to go to the front of the line. We work with another part of the contract is the inspections. We have a company we work with called Inspectify, and this will all be in your Slack channel when you work with us, that we can tell not only how much somebody's going to charge for an inspection, but how their rating is and how quickly they can get out. So if we can get somebody out there in a day or two, we can put a really short time limit on the inspections. They also are coming up with a program where you can pay for an inspector just to literally go out to the house with you and walk around. Say, hey, is this thing falling down? I can say, no, it's fine. It's not falling down. There's going to be stuff done. And then you can waive the inspection and that puts your offer way up top. So we have a bunch of little things, and depending on the house and you and what you want to do, how aggressive you want to be, we're going to make a big difference. We've been doing this in California. It's working. Washington State, it's working. So now here we are in Texas. Hallie, can you tell kind of how it all works in Texas as a buyer and what to look for in houses, how to go to open houses, any of that stuff you can give us advice?
Sure. Yeah. Open houses are still around. They're, agents are showing houses through the open houses, not only just on the weekends, but whenever, but weekends pretty popular. And they're doing great with getting people in the door, but it just depends on the time, just depends on the market itself and the house itself.
Sure. What I tell people is if a house comes on the market, go to the open house at the very first day, at the very first minute, because if there's 50 people there, you're going to way overpay for this house, or it's going to go for a really high number. So it really depends. We'll find out whatever disclosures are available to us ahead of time. We'll check with the agents. Hallie will work with them and find out what's going on. We'll find out offer dates, all that kind of stuff. So, but anyway, we're looking forward to being in Texas, and anywhere in Texas we can work. So just make an appointment at arrivva.net, and we'll set up a Google Meet. Hallie, me, you, we'll get on there. We'll talk about everything you need, and then we'll describe our entire process and get it rocking and rolling. So looking forward to Texas.
Yeah. Amen.
There we go.